A very pleasant morning to everyone present here, and I think that pleasantry is also spoken by the weather that we have today. And I'll just begin with a very, very small anecdote or a question to the newly inducted students. And my question is, how many amongst you have gone through the website of the university and read the section about us and the overview part of it? Is there any student who has gone through it? Any student who has read the website about us? Okay, we have one. Okay. Okay, why I'm making that reference is because uh, the weather speaks for itself, and I'll take my cue from there. So, in that section, it reads, located in the geographical terrains of the Himalayas, HPNLU Shimla is one of the best places for studying law in India. And I'm pretty confident the weather is speaking for itself. So, on that note, I welcome all the newly inducted students, and I also extend my heartfelt and sincere welcome to the chief guest of today, Honorable Justice Chandra Baria sir, Lokayukta, Himachal Pradesh, Professor Ranveer Singh sir, from Chancellor IILEM University, Gurgaon. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. And finally, the guest of honor, Professor Paramjeet Singh Jaswal, sir. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. There are two verses or lines that I would begin, or I would want to begin the orientation program Aarohan 2024 with. One goes from the one of my favorite composition. I often quote it, and that is by Ramdhari Singh Dinkar. Name of the composition is Rashmi Rathi, and the very first few lines, it is remarkable for more than one reason. So he writes, and it is presented in a manner that these lines are an ode to people who persevere and put their sincere efforts. A lot of you have put in your sincere efforts and have been inducted into the university. So, on that welcome note, Ramdhari Singh Dinkar, I'm quoting, and he writes, जय हो जग में जले जहां भी नमन पुनित अनल को जिस नर में भी बसे हमारा नमन तेज को बल को किसी वृंद पर खिले विपिन में पर नमस्य है फूल सुधि खोजते नहीं गुणों का आदि शक्ति का मूल ऊंच नीच का भेद न माने वही श्रेष्ठ ज्ञानी है दया धर्म जिसमें हो सबसे वही पूज्य प्राणी है। क्षत्रिय वही भरी हो जिसमें निर्भयता की आग, सबसे श्रेष्ठ वही ब्राह्मण है हो जिसमें तप त्याग। तेजस्वी सम्मान खोजते नहीं गोत्र बदलाकर, पाते हैं जग से प्रशस्ति अपना कर्तव्य दिखलाकर। हीन मूल की ओर देख जग गलत कहे या ठीक, वीर खींच कर ही रहते हैं इतिहासों में लीक। Those are the few lines that are dedicated to your effort and your perseverance in getting through the All India Entrance Examination. On that note, I would request the dignitaries along with Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to begin and commence the Aarohan with the lighting of the lamp, followed by the felicitation of the dignitaries. I also request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to please felicitate the dignitaries. To begin with, I request Mr. Rana to please to begin with the felicitation of the chief guest for today, Honorable Justice Chandrabhushan Baria Sir, Lokayukta Himachal Pradesh. Next, Professor Ranveer Singh Sir, and finally the guest of honor, Professor Paramjeet Sir. Thank you so much, dignitaries and sir. I request all of the dignitaries and registrar and the vice chancellor sir to please proceed to the podium. I would request all those present here to please stand for the Kulki of the university.
हिमाचल प्रदेश राष्ट्र विधि विश्वविद्यालय विश्व गुरु बनने की तैयार करे शक्ति शासन के प्राण की और अपने भारत देश महान की तथ्य से अवगत करा तत्व अंगीकृत कराए तर्क को अंगीभूत करा वितर्क की पूर्ण आहुति डलवाए कहता है हर युवा यहाँ लेखनी और वाणी वीर बने कानूनी मदद का दरिया बहा वाद विवाद प्रतिद्वंदी बने इनके आंचल से चुरा सफेदी चलाओ न्यायालय संस्कारों से मिटाए अन्याय श्वेत श्याम वर्दी ख्याति बढ़े देवभूमि की जिससे न्याय की देवी का रूप सजा जहाँ स्थापित करे सिंहासन सुनहरा कुंदन बन संवरे विद्यार्थी यहाँ सारे जग में एक होना
हिमाचल प्रदेश राष्ट्र विधि विश्वविद्यालय विश्व गुरु बनना है क्यों ना गुरूर करें
I'm elated to inform that the Kulgeet of the university was composed by former Vice Chancellor Madam Professor Dr. Nishtha Jaswal. To begin with the Aarohan session and ceremony, we have with us today Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University, officiating Professor Dr. Chancellor Singh. Sir has been a very close mentor of mine and a guiding light in my life as well, both at the personal and the professional level. He is a graduate in political science from BRA Bihar University, Muzaffarpur, LLB, LLM, and PhD from University of Delhi. He has been teaching constitutional law, comparative public law, and other major areas of legal philosophy. In terms of his administrative capacity and also in terms of his research capacity, he has been editor of some of the very prominent journals of the country, including Journal of Law Teachers of India. He has also been associated with Journal of Indian Law Institute. He is the founder of Shimla Law Review, which is one of the journals of HT Review Shimla, and is also a UGC CARE listed journal. He has taken the position of officiating Vice Chancellor on 1st February 2024. On that note, I request Sir to please address the gathering here today. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ayush. Warm welcome to all students, parents, on behalf of HPLU family. We are a young university, and all young students have joined us today. But only young. They're a dangerous situation. We have the grand old cards of legal education and law. All three we are privileged to have with us I'll start with extend heartiest welcome to Honorable Chief Guest for today's uh, orientation program, Honorable Mr. Justice C.B. Baria, sir, former Judge, High Court of Himachal Pradesh, and presently Lokayukta, State of Himachal Pradesh. Sir has been associated with us. His blessings and support is always there for the university, for faculty members. In last 7 years, we have experienced. Sir, happiest welcome to the university and Professor Ranjit Singh, sir. It would not be excessive if I call him the architect of the modern legal education of India. Sir has been founded in Hyderabad and the most research oriented, we all regard it, NLU Delhi. A single center of the university has produced 3 Rhodes Scholars. Sir has been and still today honorable member of our governing council of the university, and his guidance is not only available to students and faculty, but the executive council and academic council too. Sir, heartiest welcome to you. Professor Paranjit Singh Joshua, sir. Thank you, honorable member of our executive council. Sir, been vice chancellor at 2 national law universities, and presently he is vice chancellor at SRF, one of the largest university in North India. Right. Sir, heartiest welcome to you, sir. I'm here to share few points about the university with all those new students who are here and the parents who happen to be on the campus today. Our university is the 7-year or 8-year-old university, and we have progressed well under the guidance of old gods of legal education. Presently, under the singular guidance we are moving, and you must have seen congratulations to and appreciation to all our faculty members. We have developed and designed a syllabus that is called course outline and teaching plans of all subjects, revised, updated. There are more than 100 subjects that are taught in 5-year course, including LLM. Secondly, so every subject has a specific prescribed reading material now, detailed syllabus, including teaching plan. And today, Sir Ranveer sir and Jaswal sir is going to make comments also on some of the syllabus, sir, in the next second half. So that's where we are trying to improve with the experts in their specific discipline or areas of law and other disciplines. So that's an ongoing process, and it's a huge task that we, our faculty have, members have achieved in last 2-3 months. A group of faculty members, some of you might have visited our library. The library has more than 12,000 titles. Now, a group of faculty members, a committee constituted, they have prepared and they are processing a list of more than 600 philosophers or writers, authors, plus that separate process that is going on textbooks aspect. There are a list of 400, about 400 authors, standard textbooks in law, and other social science disciplines that are in the process of being acquired. So the library has got all important databases in law and social sciences, including Harvard Business Review. So these are the aspects we are working, and these are the things that are going to help you. Now, I'll share something with the undergraduate students. You are in a state of new or sudden found freedom. Come out of the schools. There are a lot of change in the circumstances, in your mentality, imaginations. It is also precarious sometimes and dangerous. There are imaginations, expectations that you have, people around you, they too expect from you. Sometimes the freedoms become dangerous. So it has to be properly checked, properly guided, properly controlled. And that is called discipline. There are two ways. One is two ends that this controlled regulation can come. First is your parents, and the second is university and university system. Why I'm saying these things? Because the freedom and expectations you have, it might lead to a situation of down the line 5 years or 2 years, whatever courses you are in, of a situation where you feel that the carpet is pulled right beneath your feet. So that's avoiding how to move ahead or how to go ahead for next 5 years. I'll quote one of the greatest philosophers modern India had, and his book his name is Jitu Krishna. In his book called Freedom from Known, he says that it's important to realize how can we free ourselves radically and immediately from the tyranny of expected. That is very important to free ourselves. Otherwise, it will lead you to the path, to the ways which is not yours or not chosen or not desired. Again, I quote another great psychologist from the US. His name is Eric Fromm. In his book called Escape from Freedom, he says that uncontrolled drive of individuals for freedom leads to seek escape from burdens of self-responsibility. So there is no way, there is no point in escaping the burdens of responsibility you have for yourself and for your community, university, and ultimately parents. So as far as the teaching and learning process in the university is concerned, we at the university believe what Socrates says, that education is not filling a vessel. Education is kindling a lamp or flame. So it never fills or achieves its goal. Again, Anush talked about the geographical advantages the university, or of course also disadvantages the university has. Gandhi once remarked that live your life as if you were to die tomorrow, but learn as if you were to live forever. So these two sentences of Gandhi clearly indicates that what should be the expectation of of yours from your course or degree you are going to or you are beginning to pursue from today. At the end, I'll say few words to our master degree program students. First thing, theoretically, all of you and practically many of you would be standing here down the line 1 year as teachers and with the different professions. This idea simply indicates that you have large responsibility within a limited time, within 10 months or 11 months. The courses that are designed here at Inspirational, particularly for LL, it's unique in many respects. You must have compared the courses and the course studies at master level. So it has a larger responsibility for you and it is demanding. It's not easy to complete the courses with the LL within the 1 year time. So you don't have time for anything else than the course you have. UG people have time, they are required for everything. Apart from the classroom or examinations, they have to go to all extra curricular activities. That's part of the esteem or and thought of overall development of students. But the master program students have already experienced and have done that. So you have a lot of responsibility. So with that, I will stop here. Thank you, Dr. Ayush.
Thank you so much, sir. Too many lessons in just a few minutes for the entire course and the degrees that you want to undertake. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Um, Part of my task, and very thankfully, has already been done by Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, in the very brief introduction about the dignitaries and the legal luminaries that we have today. And I thank sir for that brief introduction. I would just add a bit more. And to begin with, we have with us today the guest of honor, Professor Paramjeet Singh Jaswal, sir. He is currently working as the Vice Chancellor SRM Sovita. One of the biggest achievements among many other big achievements that he has to his career and accolades is that he has been quoted by the Supreme Court on matters related to the environment thrice. His book has been referred by the Supreme Court, which is one of the greatest achievements that he has had. He has been bestowed many honorary awards, including the most prestigious one, that is Nehru Centenary British Fellowship Award for his postdoctoral research in the Department of Law from the University of London. He was selected for this honor. He has also been the chairman of various academic and administrative bodies, and he has been the vice chancellor for continuously 10 years at the Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Patiala. He has been one of the most pivotal players with respect to steering the wheel of HKNLU Shimla since its inception. And he has continuously guided not only administratively but also to us as budding academicians to how to go about things. So, on that note, sir, I would request you to please address this gathering.
A very good morning to all of you. You didn't have your breakfast? Your response is not coming. Very good morning to all of you. Now it's better. Good. Honorable Mr. Justice Baria, our mentor, Visham Pitama of Legal Education, Professor Ranveer Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Dr. Chancellor, Honorable Registrar, Professor S.S. Jaswal, other faculty members, and very dear students of both undergraduate and postgraduate class. May I know how many of LLM class sitting here? Can you raise your hands? Oh, good number, good, very good. Thank you so much. At the very outset, I would like to welcome you on behalf of Himachal Pradesh National Law University and congratulate you and your parents for two things. One, you have made a right choice. I don't know whether you made it or your parents made it, that I leave it. That's why I said I congratulate both you and your parents that you have made a right choice to choose a right career in life. I am of a firm belief that no career is bad. Each career is very good. And in day-to-day life or daily life, we see those who are performers, they perform very well in any of the career and they have international name and fame. But still, the career in law has its own advantages, which you will come to know after the completion of your course when you are in the career making itself. The second thing which I would like to congratulate you, that you have chosen the right institution to get this education. Dr. Ayush started with the website of the university that this is one of the finest places to study law. I'll move on the same wavelength to quote the Kulgeet, in which when it was being played, you must have noticed, it is mentioned, Himachal Pradesh Rashtriya Vishwavidyalaya, Vishwa Guru banda hai to kyun na garur kare. Now that part, to become one of the best institutions or student of one of the best institutions, and to say that हमें गरूर है इस institution का product होने के लिए, the responsibility is on the shoulders of young minds, young people, you people. For any educational institution, there are a number of components which are very important for its success. First is its geographical location, its environment, then its infrastructure. These are external things. If you study the annals of history, the knowledge was gained under the tree, but we confuse today between knowledge and information. Many of you who are sitting here are like, we have to pass these 5 year or 1 year in LLM, whatever is the respective program. But we have the information in our hand because you have a smartphone. Swami Googlananda is there, or there are other platforms also. Now ChatGPT, Merlin, and so many platforms are there. You can download any kind of information. But believe me, information without knowledge is nothing but a garbage. Don't put that garbage in your mind. Keep your mind free to have maximum knowledge, and knowledge is given by the faculty, and this university has both experience as well as young minds to give you the knowledge. It is up to you. How much knowledge do you gain during your stay? You have to distinguish between your objectives, your targets, and your goals. Some of you may say, these are the three words having the same meaning. No. Your objective may be different. Your target may be to get a degree of law after a specified period. But your goal may be, the target is a quantifiable thing. But the goal is to rise in a career. And for that, the laxity cannot be allowed from day one. You have to make use of best of the time from day one. That is the induction program. That is why a very good question which was asked by Dr. Ayush. How many of you have gone through the website? You should make use of your smartphone and your laptop, which you all carry with you, to study about the institution, to study about the program. What are you going to study? The faculty is excellent. The students are excellent. You may have, or your parents who are sitting in the other hall, which are seeing this live, but I cannot see them directly. You might have thought, or the parents might have thought, you might have worked a little more hard. Probably you would have got a National Law University, Bangalore, or Nalsar, or XYZ Law School. Believe me, I have been the Vice Chancellor of NLU for more than 10 years. No institution is bad. It is the students and the faculty, they make the institution best or bad. One of the questions which we yesterday with the sitting while with the professor and we were discussing, if the parents were there, they would have asked any one of us, what is the placement record of this university? Or how you are a little lower in whatever way you may think by not getting into NLU Bangalore or Nalsar or NLU Delhi or whatever percentage. Firstly, let me tell you, the method by which you say this is number one university or number two university, that is wrong itself. The list of the NLU which is given in the CLAT website or the CLAT prospectus, that is by the year of establishment. It is not necessarily the one which is at a higher rank number, serial number, that is a better university than the other. When you talk about a placement, again, it is wrong to say that any institution can place you well. It is up to you. How would you like to be placed? How do you study? Do you participate in the MOOCs from day one? Do you indulge into the research writing from day one or not? Are you regular in your theory papers? All these things are going to contribute in your placement subsequently. Each and every institution facilitates the students to get placement, but the actual placement depends on the performance of the individual. I have been into the teaching profession for 42 years of teaching law. It is my experience which speaks about it. Many times, very leading law firms, other employers, they have picked up the students in third year, fourth year, or sometime in the fifth year. From where? Reading their article, which is published in one of the good journals, when you are a student, they say, oh, here is the spark. Here is the spark from where we can have the light if he joins us. I have seen students mooting at the national level and preparing the student when we prepare them for the international level, also like the Stetson moot or Joseph Philip moot. How the students they argue and ultimately they get the placement. I remember when I was the Vice Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, one of the students from Kashmir, she came and she said, sir, I am a first semester student, but I want to participate in the moot at the national level. I told her that you are in first year, you have not yet studied the law, you are yet to know the procedure of the court, but she was adamant. Seeing her strong feeling, I allowed her to participate at the National Moot in Bombay. And believe me, she won the prize as a best speaker in the entire competition. Of course, the team got a consolation prize, but as a best speaker. And she was picked up by Leiden University, and she's doing LLM with full 100% scholarship in the Leiden University on the basis of her performance in mood. So don't think that any institution, let me quote you. Uh, there was a news about 6 months back. IIT Kanpur, 37% of the students could not get the placement. IIT, I'm talking about the original IITs. Now, subsequently, many have been written. It all depends on you. If you have a backlog of papers, if you have never written a research paper, if you have not participated effectively in the moot court competition, you will not be spotted by the companies. And when the company comes, they interview for which the university facilitates, and many of you will be taken up for the employment during your internship also. How do you do an internship? So many of the companies, they will pick up the students seeing their performance in the competition also. Law as a career is a very interesting career, but it requires a lot of hard work. I normally say the passing of law examination is easier than a matriculation examination. But having command over the law is very, very difficult. There is no retirement limit. There is nothing which puts you a full stop of your earning. They have been lawyers, they are still lawyers in the Supreme Court, which earn or they have their rates like 40 to 50 lakh rupees per hearing. And hearing maybe today the judge is on leave, the case is adjourned to the next date. The hearing is over, 40 lakhs is also over. But to reach to that level, you have to work hard. It is not that easy that every. It is also said 90% of the work is with the 10% of lawyer, and 10% of the work is with the 90% of the lawyer. Today, you cannot talk about any avocation, any employment, including your self-employment in the form of industry or a new startup, where you do not need the help of the law. You have to draft a contract, you have to draft an agreement, you have to employ the labor laws will apply, some offense may be committed by some employee, so many things. The compliances. You are lucky lot, and I congratulate you and your parents. You have competed among 70,000 students in the CLAT examination. There are only 2,500 seats, and you are among those 2,500 seats or so, approximately that is the number that you have been selected. So there is nothing lacking on your part. You have to remove from your mind that you are at any disadvantage in the institution. No institution is bad. Students and faculty, I repeated in the course of repetition, they make the institution good or bad. The performance he referred to, 3 Rhodes scholar. They made the institution proud. Rhodes scholarship. So start working hard from day one. Plan your objectives, your targets, and your goal. What you want to do. There are many, many examples which I can go on quoting. You take the example of Dhoni. He was basically a footballer. He was a goalkeeper, but he had an interest in cricket. He became one of the most successful cricketers. Dhoni was never very good in studies in school days, but he is the master of the game of cricket. You take example from film industry. Amitabh Bachchan could not pass the audition test for radio broadcasting. Today, on the basis of his voice and his old age also, he's earning more than most of us. So, sky is the limit. You never have to lose your spirit, your confidence. You start working with that confidence. Remember what our former president Abdul Kalam ji said, that whenever you get up in the morning, you say, I'm the best. I can do it. God is with me. I will come out as a winner. And make a prayer. Hey God, give me the serenity to decide what I cannot do, and the courage, what I can do, and the wisdom to decide what I can do or what I cannot do. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Keeping the mind free, determining the targets and goals in life, role of institutions and students in a collaborative manner, role of extracurricular activities in the life of a law student, and finally positivity, which shall guide you through. Thank you so much for your address, sir. Thank you so much once again. We also have with us today, as both the legal luminaries have already mentioned, the architect of modern legal system and legal education in India, and the the fruits of that design which has been created is very much reflected in the list that is there, and the two most premier legal institutions, law imparting educations in India. All the institutions are legal for that matter. So, law imparting educations, Nalsar, Hyderabad, and National Law University, Delhi. He has been the founder and former Vice Chancellor, Professor Ranveer Singh, sir. Apart from that, both during his career as a Vice Chancellor, administrator, and academician, he has been involved with institutions such as National Legal Services Authority, NALSA, Indian Law Institute, National Police Academy, National Committee in IPR, Indian Society of International Law. I can go on and on, but the time doesn't permit. There is one very important thing, apart from many other important things, that Professor Singh has to his accolade is that he was conferred the honor of Hall of Fame top 50 persona who helped shape the landscape of modern India. He has also been associated with HPNLU for long, and and that's already been mentioned by Vice Chancellor, sir. So, without any much ado, sir, most humbly I request you to please address these students and parents.
Honorable Judge, dear Mr. Jaswal, dear Vice Chancellor, Chancellor, Registrar, faculty, parents, and dear students. I feel jealous this morning when I see all of you sitting in this beautiful hall. I feel jealous simply because these are the two best law schools in the country. National School of India is Bangalore, and the second is for the established law. That's of course the second best in Delhi law. Right? Now you must know, in spite of the success story these schools have, National Law School of Engineering in Bangalore started in a stand in the on the campus of the Bangalore University in Bangalore, and they had no facilities, no faculty, not much of faculty, not much of books, not much of other things, and see where National School Bangalore is today. The second story was, of which I was a part, 98 when I started establishing Chancellor Hyderabad. There were no facilities. Anybody from Hyderabad? You saw that the old building at the what is that place? Arkatpura? We started now. Now it is. You must know, go sometime, see the building at Arkatpura. It was 90-year-old building, was in a bad shape, and was supposed to be inauspicious. And there's a law over there. So it was given to us, which we renovated and we started the university there. Listen up. And after we acquired some prestige, the university became very, very well known that everybody was fighting for the building. And then we shifted to the new campus. Right? I said I'm feeling jealous because on the very first day, the kind of facilities you are starting, the kind of faculty you have, the kind of library you have, the kind of mood court hall you have, beautiful surroundings. I don't feel like going back to Delhi. Delhi yesterday there was a cloud burst. And the place where I stay, that entire society is surrounded by 340 foot water. Right? And two things you must remember: the profession you are joining is a noble profession and a very important. Why it is noble? Why the profession is noble? What makes you noble? What makes it noble profession? That's good. Fight for. Tell me how many doctors, engineers, or anybody else fought for the freedom of the country. I said how many. In law, one important thing is that you must listen to the question before you answer. So I said, how many doctors, engineers were in the freedom struggle of the country? Very few of them, or hardly anybody. Now I come to your question. How many lawyers? The history of the freedom struggle in this country, in India or abroad, is not written by anybody else. It is written by lawyers. Now you name me. How many lawyers? Name me. Yes. Yes. Huh? Yes, certainly. Yes. 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 But it was not a lawyer. There is a long list. There is a long list of lawyers who were in the freedom struggle. People say many bar at law went behind bars to bring the freedom to the country. And this is not at the national level. This is also at the international. I have today morning 3 stories to share with you. 2 stories from Hyderabad and 1 from Delhi. The Hyderabad stories are when my first batch of students passed out, 34 of them only. I did not take 260. I took only those who were good. 34, 18 boys, 16 girls. Nobody knew where this Chancellor Hyderabad is. Because for 10 years, it was only the National School of Indian History background. Everybody was talking about Bangalore because by the time Bangalore had acquired that prestige. And we were new, we were born in 98, so we Chancellor Hyderabad. But when the first batch passed out, everybody started asking about, and they were very curious to know what this Chancellor Hyderabad is. And the story was, the success story was that in the very first batch, we had a roster. I don't know how many institutions in this world, not India, in this world would have a success story that in the very first batch which pass out, you have a role. Aarti from Chennai. Right? And then two students, Kesav and Rao, when they passed out, they came to my office at Hyderabad, sat before me and started crying. I said, you have done so well. Why are you crying today? This is first thing that we're very happy. And secondly, that we want to share with you. You remember we came to you with our parents and we were fearing entering your office. One was son of a laborer, the other was son of a driver. And their parents entered in my office with great persuasion, and that too, it was very difficult to make them sit on the chairs. And he said, today, when we have passed out, one of them went to the Reliance with a salary of 90,000 rupees per month, a chauffeur-driven car, and a house in Bombay. The second one went to the Indian Oil Corporation with 80,000 salary, a house in Bombay, and a chauffeur-driven car. And they said, can you believe, sir, that this kind of money we could not expect all our life, which we have got after passing this 5-year-long course from Natsar, Hyderabad. That was a success story, right? What is the story? This education you are going to acquire, it may be any place. Places are not, as Juswan said, places are not very important. And these places are places which transform your life. Either students from SC community or from a student type community, they worked hard and they earned that kind of placement after they pass out. Now it is because of the institution, of course, but it is also because of the hard work done by the students. So legal education is transformative. After the emergence of the national schools, it has really become transformative. Another story is, I will take answer from you. When I stepped into Delhi in 2008, I was sitting in my office and the office people said, one girl student and the parent, they want to meet you. I said, father, they came, they sat before me. And the father said, sir, we have a problem. I said, tell me, what is the problem? The problem is that my girl has qualified IIT Madras. She has qualified Stephens. She is a fifth rank in class. She can go to Bangalore. And unfortunately, she also qualified IIT Delhi. And he said, I have come to you to seek your guidance. What would be your guidance? In this situation, what will be your guidance to the student? Where should we go? All the institutions are prestigious. IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, Stephens is anybody's cup of tea, right? And Bangalore and then Delhi. What advice a poor Chancellor can give to the parent? What advice you will give? Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, that's your aspiration. You said Bangalore. First thing you must learn in your life, be proud of your institution. Whichever institution you join, be proud of it. The institutions are known not because it is National School of India, University Bangalore. Right? It is great because of the performance of the students. National School of India University Bangalore, I'm a part of it. We will not be National School of India University Bangalore if the performance of the students will not be what it is today. Nassar Hyderabad will not be Nassar Hyderabad The performance of the students will not be that. Coming to this story, I said you take your time, find out from your peer group, consult the faculty or whatever, and then decide come to me after. So when they came to me after a week, I thought they said to me again. I said you must have decided not to join us. They said no, we will disappoint. We have decided to join NLU Delhi. Then I turned to the girl. I said, why you have decided to join NLU Delhi? The girl said, my ambition is to come into IAS. Delhi is a place where I find out opportunities. I will be able to concentrate on my studies and also attend to whatever training or teaching, coaching I can get. I said, are you very sure you want to come in civil service? She said, yes. I said, okay. As a teacher, I do one thing. I write your name, Rangasiri, and in front of your name, I write Rangasiri IAS. Today, on the very first day, we have not even taken admission so far. It's an agreed work. It's a deal between you and me. Very good girl, very simple, very hardworking. Also went to UK for 5 months internship on the fellowship invited by the UK government, and she appeared in the first test. She failed in prelims. Second time she came in story services, class B services, and she was desperate. She said, "I did not get good marks in the interview, so I lost my the kind of services I want to do. You appear again." She was not keen, but I insisted that you appear again. And when she appeared for the third time, she came in like this. The dream which she had, right? And after some time, G20 was there. I got a call one day. I said, Rangasri, where are you? Sir, I'm in Delhi. I came for the delegation, Indian delegation to G20, but I'm very busy. I will not be able to see you. So I thought I'll talk to you on phone. So the moral of the story is, who is important in all these three stories? Two stories of Hyderabad, one story of Delhi. Who is the central success story? Is it faculty? Is it Ranveer Singh? Is it buildings? Who? So Bangalore is not important, sir. If you get a Rhodes Scholar at this university, SPNLU Shimla, everybody will start asking where this SPNLU Shimla is. Or say that a student from this year, a student from SPNLU Shimla has got a Rhodes Scholar. Students are the people those who bring a name and fame to the families, also to the institutions. Faculties, of course, will teach you. Will teach everybody, but everybody will not bring a Rhodes Scholar. We in Delhi brought 3 Rhodes Scholars only from one center, that is Death Center 29. And their all research, empirical research, is not done by faculty, not done by anybody else. It is done by students of the Law University at Delhi, NLU Delhi. So this is what we mean by transformative legal education. In 1980s and early 90s, you find people were coming to legal education to study law, not by choice. They were coming to study law by chance. Many of us, those who could not decide, because there was no guidance of that kind, we thought chalo law again. But now, when Viswan said that we have been selected out of 70,000 students, so appeared in the test by choice, and that's how you are selected. And you it is your choice to be a lawyer. When it is your choice, what will you do? When you have come to this place by your choice, what should you do? What Viswan said? Make use of this place, beautiful surroundings, beautiful weather. There was rain suddenly. what a music. So you have best of facilities, best of environment, and people come here for holidays, you will be always there for them. So if you, but then it depends on you, whether you make best use of this time or you don't make the best use of this time. So 1980s, 90s was a time when people came to legal education by chance. Now you come out of 70,000, or in INET, out of 30,000 students joined in New Delhi. Now you are coming by choice, not by chance. So the transformation is that from chance to choice. It is by choice that we join the professions, and the profession has become very important because there are multiple options of your career. You can go to litigation, you can go to multinationals, you can go to corporates, you can go to judiciary, you can go to civil services, you can go to JAG, you can go to ministries, multiple choices. It is for you to decide where you want to go. Right? So that's why we say, as far as we are concerned, the placement is also done not by the institutions. Placement is done by you. And I tell you a story. I was with Jyotish Sagar the other day in a function. And he said that I'm saying, what we do is that when the students come for internship to us, we very keenly observe them. What time they come, what time they leave, are they serious about their assignment given to them, are they good researchers, and if we find that somebody is good, when they are going out after they complete the assignment, we say, if you are interested in a training contract, we will get back to you and you meet us after you complete your studies. So most of the placements are done by students alone. Institution नहीं करते हैं कभी. If somebody says that we do placements, वो झूठ बोलते हैं. कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूशन प्लेसमेंट नहीं करवाता है और ना मल्टीनेशनल कॉर्पोरेट किसी भी सिफारिश मानते हैं. I'm saying this because my daughter is with Sen. She is a partner in competition law. I know for definite that they don't work on recommendations. It is your competency and the competency in research. So don't take your projects lightly. The teachers will ask you to do projects in all those subjects, and your research competency will determine, your mood competency will determine. And somebody asked me, what is the mandate of a law school? What kind of lawyers that should be? I said very simply, our mandate is to produce a generation of lawyers, those who are number one, technically sound, those who understand the interface between technology and law, and professionally competent, and we make you professionally competent through boards. Boards, say they will nurture how many qualities in you, I don't know. Communication, research, coping with stress, how to effectively speak, all those things, and then socially relevant. Programs like legal aid will make you good human beings. You may be a good lawyer, making a lot of money, but ultimately, whether you are a good human being or not, that is also very, very important. And that's how, when we join, if you join us, we have a lot of expectations. One day, my daughter asked me when she was a student at Delhi over some issue, I was happy. She said, what are your expectations from me? I said, are you happy? I'm your father. He said, yes. Are you happy? I'm a vice chancellor at Hyderabad. She said, yes. I said, can you do something that if you introduce yourself today to me, that I say, releasing daughter, can you do something that I say, I'm Manika's father? कुछ ऐसा करिए ना. When I say that he was my student or she was my student at SPNAU Shimla, we feel proud, right? And then I'm also reminded of a small incident where a car of a professor in Delhi was going on with the sticker that I do not allow anybody to overtake me except my own students. We, the teachers and the family people, we feel proud when you overtake us. So this is my challenge to you, all of you, SPNAU Shimla students, first year batch, overtake us.
overtake me. I've been a vice chancellor for 22 years in the government. This is a Hussein Bolt's marker. Overtake me, overtake Honorable Justice, overtake Jaswal. He was 10 years in Patiala. Now 6 years, going to 5 years in SR. I'm sorry, but and the same young people going to be vice chancellors and all these people overtake us. That's our challenge to you. And the day you when you are student, the day you do it, come and tell me, that's where I have overtaken. Bangalore or no Bangalore is not important. I have seen Bangalore, I have seen that nothing is important. You are important. If you work hard, any institution would be Bangalore, any institution would be Hyderabad, any institution would be there. Harvard was not Harvard. It is Harvard because of the students. And finally, Michelangelo was asked, how do you produce so beautiful statues? He said, no, I don't make it. There's already a statue present in the marble rock, 1914. My job is only to chisel it and bring it up. So the job of the faculty, job of the institution is to chisel you out. We find best of Lord present before us. We will chisel it and bring it out. But you have to help us. You have to be disciplined student. You have to be hardworking. You have to be interested in research. If you are interested, there is no way it is far away. When SPL you will make a way for research. Ultimately, families and institutions are known by the students, not by any hand. Hence, best of luck and best wishes for all the time you are here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. The role of lawyers, stories from some of the top ranked institutions of which sir have been part, the transformative nature of the legal education, the role of goals, and the changing landscape from chance to choice with respect to legal education in India. Thank you so much, sir, once again for your address and the motivation to the students here. We have with us today Honorable Justice Chancellor Baria, sir, Lokayukta State of Himachal Pradesh. Before I read any component from the profile that I have with me, I would most humbly mention that his humility is unparalleled, and he has never in the history of HTNU said no to us. Not on any of the occasions. He has been very busy. But he has always taken time for us on numerous occasions, also guiding us and motivating us, all the faculty members and the students. I'll just try to be as brief as possible. He has been, again, just adding to what Professor Jaswal and Professor Ranveer Singh sir have said, how institutions' names can be put into limelight by an alumnus. So, Justice Barwalia is an alumnus of Himachal Pradesh University. So that adds accolades to the name of the Himachal Pradesh University in itself. And he being here with us, he's an accolade. He has practiced at various levels and he has also practiced in the Honorable Supreme Court of India. He has practiced with respect to matters such as the constitutional law, civil laws, criminal laws, revenue, consumer and service matters. He also remained impaneled advocate for organizations such as the BSNL, HRTC, Employees Provident Fund Organization, United India Insurance Company, HP Agro Industries Corporation, etc., etc. I wouldn't take much time as Lokayukta sir took position in November of 2022 and he has since been the Lokayukta of the state. Sir, most humbly and respectfully, I request you to please address the gathering here.
Honorable Professor Dr. Ranveer Singh, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Paramjit Singh Jaswal, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Chancellor Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. S. Jaswal, Registrar National Law University, Honorable faculty members, staff, students, and the parents of the students. I can see few of them, but I came to know that few are in the virtual session also. You are here after passing the exam, deciding yourself that where you have to take admission, what you have to do, are being guided by someone. This was your destiny. Now you have to follow it with honesty, dedication, and full hard work. Can I know how many of you are the science students who studied science up to 12 plus 2? Who studied science up to 10th standard? So what the science tells us? Science tells us basically that the work done oversupplied and the distance moved is a work done. Oversupplied, then the distance moved is a work done. Now you are here after doing very hard work. But if the hard work is done not systematically, no work will be done. If I start pushing this wall, I will put a very hard work, but the wall will not be displaced, it not will move. So no displacement, no work. So now you have to do the hard work systematically because now you are on your own. You have to decide where to put the hard work and how to put the hard work. Because if the distance is not moved, result will be zero. This is one of the examples. So whenever you study, you have to make a mind what is the relevant for you. When you have to do exercise, you have to decide what is the relevant for you. But where you have to put in your hard work. So that you have to do. How many of you have scored 100% marks? 99, more than 90%. So even if we do very hard work, we can score 90 plus. Very difficult to score 100% marks. So when you are here, whosoever competent of professor, also a very good institution you are studying, you will not be 100% learner. You will lose something. So how can you improve yourself? By innovations. Now keep this in mind. By innovations, by a thoughtful mind. Until and unless you have a thoughtful mind, you just start following, you will not get more than 100%. But with a thoughtful mind, you will get more than 100%. I started speaking myself, but unless and until I tell you who I am, it will be difficult to understand. I practiced for 19 years as a advocate. I practiced for 19. I remained district and session judge for 13 years. I remained High Court judge for 7+ years. I am Loka Yukta for the last 2 years. I am trained mediator by the Mediation and Conciliation Committee, Supreme Court of India. I am meritorious throughout. I did BSc from Government College Shimla, actually Shimla, in first division. I was meritorious in my 10th standard examinations. Throughout I am meritorious. So whatsoever I am telling, I remained vice president twice, unanimously elected in the High Court, unanimously elected. Now I am telling you my experiences. Though the experience of the earlier speakers is tremendous, Dr. Paramjit Singh Jaswal has vice chancellor from the last 14 years, and Dr. Ranveer Singh is having more than 50 years of experience, teaching experience. Now you are here. I just said innovations, your thought. Though you are very small now, only small children are there. Some only few are of LLM also, they are also very small. But have you ever given thought about your life? What your life is? How much time you are going to live in this world? Have you ever thought for what you are doing everything till date? And what is the time you are going to live? The maximum is 100 years. 100 years. Huge time. Let's convert it into the days. 365 days a year. 100 years means 365 into 100, 36,500 days. If you live up to 100 years, a person born has a time of 36,500 days to live. And after, now you are approximately, many of you may be around about 20 years, after spending how many days? Approximately 7,000 days. Now how many more days you have to live? 30,000 days. Time is very less. Now you have to manage this time. You have to manage this time. Never waste a second of your time. You have only 30,000 days to live. In these days, you have to sleep. Those who sleep for more than 8 hours, they will spend half of their life in sleeping. So, if you have 30,000 days, you sleep for 15,000 days. How many days you have to for living? 15,000 only. So, make use of the time to the best possible. How will you make use of the time best possible? By leading a disciplined life. When I say discipline, many persons say discipline means doing hard work. No. Discipline means doing proper work at the appropriate time. Now, rising in the early morning, doing exercise thereafter, taking a heavy breakfast, studying in the university with full attention, attending the library daily, having some sports activities in the evening, and good sleep of 8 hours. Good sleep of 8 hours is a disciplined life. If you lead a disciplined life, you will using your time efficiently. Otherwise, you will be wasting a part of your time. Am I clear? How many of you will start now using your time efficiently? The reason is you have only 30,000 days to live. How many days? 30,000 days to live, nothing more. I am seeing the spike of many of like me that we have quite less number of days to live. This is the truth of life. So you have to make the use of the time. Never waste a second of your life. lead a disciplined life. Now, after passing out from this place, you will be advocates, executive officers in the companies, judges, and many of you may be doing some other works also. So, what is the benefit of being advocate? What do you understand will be the benefit of being advocate? The first is that you will remain in the company of elites for all the times. In the company of elites for all the times. Always in the company of learned persons. The second benefit is you will remain up to date daily. Suited, booted also, knowledge wise also. You will be in contact with very intelligent persons daily. The third benefit will be that you will have a good life. Now, many persons came to know that they have some thought in their mind that advocate's profession is not a good profession. Many I came to, and those who leave the profession of advocacy, they generally say this. But the profession of advocacy is a noble profession. They discharge their own duties. Now, friends, we have three persons in this system of adjudication. Three persons. One is a judge, one is prosecutor, one is defense lawyer. The duty of the prosecutor is to tell to the judge that this person accused in the court has committed such and such offense. The duty of the defense counsel is that he has not committed any offense. The duty of the adjudicator is to decide after hearing both of them. All the three are discharging their own duties to bring truth before the court or to bring truth before the society. If any one of them, many times we say that the defense counsel is not telling the truth, he is telling lies, or the prosecutor is putting up his case wrongly, or the judge is being biased in favor of someone. If any one of them do not commit his duty, do not perform his duty honestly, with hard work, injustice is bound to come. So, wherever you are placed, if you are a judge, you are a defense counsel, you are a prosecutor, you have to do your duties because what you are doing, helping in the dispensation of justice. It is a very noble cause and being done by the noble persons. And you see the advocates wearing that gown. That gown was being worn by the nobles, those who are the lords. That's why it is called bar. The nobles used to sit in the bar. When they have to approach the king, anyone has to approach the king, they used to come to the nobles. That put up our case before the king because no one can go to the king and talk to him directly. So they used to come to the nobles. So you will be the nobles after this. And why there is a pocket behind that gown? Behind the gown you will find a pocket also. Now it is stitched. Earlier it was a pocket. So that if anyone puts money in that, the noble do not come to know how much money he has put in the pocket, and he argues the cases of everyone with equal strength. So you will be joining that noble profession hereafter and sitting in the bar, though it will be bar otherwise, but it is bar of the High Court. Now, advocate's profession is such a good profession that you will join after 10 years that you will not find any advocate having 10 years of practice who has no car. You will not find any advocate having 10 years of practice having no car. You will not find any advocate having 20 years of practice having no bungalow or good flat to live in. You will never find any advocate having 30 years of practice, having got his children studied in best schools and having a good bank balance. You will never find any advocate having 40 or 50 years of practice, not in a position to help the poor in the society. So this profession you are now going to join after passing out from this place. Now what you have to do, being disciplined, and repeat again, rising early in the morning, taking good breakfast, attending your classes with full attention, playing some games in the evening, and then having a good sleep for 8 hours. How many of you will follow it? Wonderful. Very good. All will follow that. Now, I was just seeing that the Mahatma Gandhi, one of you said that the Mahatma Gandhi also did law. The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, in his autobiography says that in my 20 years of practice, how many years? 20 years. He practiced for 20 years. And what he practiced? He said, in my 20 years of my practice, I spent most of my time in reconciling the matters. I spent most of my time in reconciling the matter. And listen the next line. I lost nothing thereby, not even money. I lost nothing thereby, not even money. This is the wording of. So he practiced for 20 years. Before I end, I would like to tell you one more thing. That in your life, there are two things. In any factory, there are two things. One is product, one is byproduct. So that's why, what is the product of the factory? Bare product. What is the factory's manufacturing? What is the byproduct? Which is bound to come. As far as if there is a bakery, what is the product of the bakery? Baked items like bread, buns, cakes. This is the product of the bakery. And what is the byproduct? Ash from the coal, ash of the woods. Is the byproduct. Is there any factory, any industry, any manufacturing unit which has no byproduct? Because the byproduct is bound to come. So after passing out, what will be your product? What product you will produce? Justice. Justice to the people. You will help in the dispensation of justice. This is the product. And what will be the byproduct which will bound to come? Money. Money will be the byproduct that is bound to come. And last, because we may meet again in this type of session or may not, the last thing I like to tell you about the high character. Always keep your character very high. Be physically very fit, disciplined, and high character. Why it is so? There are two persons in a village, very close friends from the very childhood, but having all the bad habits. They grew up together, they became very old. One day, one friend has an emergency. He has to leave his grown up daughter with someone because he has to leave the village for 2 nights. Now he was thinking where I should keep my daughter, whether with a good friend, not having a good character, or with a person, inimical neighbor, having a very high character and person of extraordinary personality. Where should he leave his daughter? I just ask all of you. high character. So whenever we have to find out father for ourselves, any responsible person for ourselves, we always go for a person of high character. So even in your friendship circle, in your college, in your neighborhood, if you are a person of high character, whenever anyone will have to find a fatherly like figure, they will come to you. So always have a high character and a person of very high personality. Now, last thing I like to say that the busyness, you will be very busy in your life, but the prime minister is always busy, but he finds out a time to meet the foreign nationals also. He finds out a time to meet the sportsmen also. So even if you are very busy, you have to find out a time. You have to prioritize your things. For example, we had an advocate who was having 100 cases listed a day. But whenever a new client comes, he say, I'm free, yes, yes, but your case I'm free. That's why he is not having hundreds of cases listed per day. So you should prioritize your daily routines and keep yourself always free. How can you keep yourself always free? If you do your work before time, if you complete your task, you are disciplined, you know that this much task I have to do, but today I have completed it, you will be always free. Now, lastly, just like to recalculate what I said today. Can anyone say what I said today? First thing, hard work. How to do the hard work. Second thing, your personality. Third thing, time. Always remember you have 30,000 days to live. But it may increase because of the new innovations. Now they are having some scientific genetics are being taken and they are being implanted. The life may go to 1,000 years. But by day to day, you have 30,000 years to live. And no time to waste. High personality and systematic hard work always available for the friends and those who are in need. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Sir has already recapitulated his entire stream of motivation, but still, two very important points: the beauty of the legal system and the role of you as scholars. I can call you scholars because you've all been already admitted. And the second was the reference to Mahatma Gandhi and the idea of reconciliation. Sir, also being empaneled as an arbitrator. Thank you so much, sir, for this entire session and your words. One thing I would like to add, apart from all the academic, administrative, and adjudicatory roles that Sir has played, he has been a pioneer and he has been the leading figure in the envisioning, building, and completion of the Judicial Academy of Himachal Pradesh, which is located adjacent to us. And he is the one who has not only initiated it, he was also the one who conceived the idea of its entire model and building. So that was another accolade that Sir had been. Thank you so much, sir. Now, before we proceed towards the vote of thanks and the national anthem, the session is open for the students. If you have any questions to any of the dignitaries sitting on the dais, the questions are welcome. Any student? Yes, absolutely. We have 15 minutes for this. Any question? Anyone would like to begin?
Mike, with the-
Can you hear me?
Yes.
afternoon. I wanted to ask. My name is Aarohan. I am from Himachal Pradesh. I want to pursue litigation, but I've heard from many aspirants that it will be very difficult for first 5 and 10 years, and it will be a better idea to start with corporate or to first join a corporation and when you are financially sound, then go for litigation. Is that a good idea?
Please sit down. Thank you for asking clarification whether you should start as a litigating lawyer to begin with, which is considered to be difficult, or should you start as a corporate lawyer? Well, it is a matter of the choice which you have to make yourself right now, not later on after 5 years. Nothing is so easy, nothing is so difficult. In the beginning, I have also had experience of 10 years of going to the courts. I have experienced, after finishing my argument, some unknown litigants were sitting in the court coming, give me your visiting card, we want to give you a lawyer. How do you perform? How do you start your practice? That will automatically raise you. After all, most of the lawyers in the litigation side in the profession, they started fresh, then they rose high, right? In the corporate side, you have advantage and disadvantages both. Advantage is, in litigation side, you may earn a little less, which grow according to your performance in the profession. In corporate side, you get immediately a better lump sum, but that is static. The graph in the profession will go on rising. The graph in the corporate lawyer, it mostly static, it grows very slow. And secondly, if you think that in a corporate life it is very easy, it is equally difficult. You might have to spend the whole night in the corporate office because tomorrow the writ has to be filed. Your senior may say, draft the writ right now and brief me at 7 o'clock or 6 a.m. in the morning. So corporate life is also not that easy. Yes, you are sitting in the air-conditioned offices and that's traveling by air and staying in five-star hotel somewhere because the case may be in Kolkata, case may be in Bombay, case may be in a Bangalore High Court. So your senior may send you there. So you'll say, oh, I'm flying in aeroplane, I'm staying in Villa Palace or something like that. But that is only, initially. You believe me, Ranveer Singh and myself, we travel quite often together. We are fed up from traveling and staying in five-star. Yesterday we were staying in Triple H here. You know what was our dinner? Khichdi. Ranveer Singh immediately said, Vice Chancellor was there with us and other colleagues were also there. He said, Sir, क्या order करें मैंने? हमने आपने जो खाना खाओ हम दोनों खिचड़ी खाएं. That is the stage comes when you feel happy. So nothing, not afraid. See, the winners always have the plan. Execute the plan. You will be the winner. The loser always have the excuse. They will find the excuse to lose. Be the winner. I hope I have answered your question. Good. Any other question?
Always may answer this question.
Sir.
You just talk about Mr. Thakur last case today litigation are in corporate. So I just like to tell you one. You go, if I ask you to bring a good mason, you will spend 3 days and you will not find a good mason. If I ask you to bring a good laborer, you will spend 5 days and you will not get a good laborer. So everywhere, even in the profession also, in the corporate also, in the administration also, in the politics also, the working people are missing. So every one of you, just listen. If you work for 8 hours a day, you will be a good person. If you will work 12 hours a day, you will be an excellent person. If you will work more than 12 hours a day, wheresoever you are,
You will be a person who will go to the top. Top is like for those persons who work for more than 12 hours a day. Top is always there. Always top is there. Wherever you go, have a disciplined life, but systematic hard work. Put systematic hard work at least for 8 hours a day. The success will be there. Definitely, God will help you and you will not stop.
I'll take your question just in the lighter side. You know what happened is this university life and hostel life is a wonderful platform to learn how to live in life. You have people, colleagues from different geographical regions, sometimes with a different language from a different state. Still, you pull on together, stay together, study together, eat together. You learn so many things. But it will take little time. Parents also listening, I think what happens is, and the parents would be very much worried, oh मेरा बच्चे का क्या होगा सुबह उठ गया होगा तो सुबह उठ के कॉल करेंगे बेटा तू उठ गया या बेटी तू उठ गई है मम्मा थोड़ा सोने दो जरा मैं 5 मिनट के बाद उठाऊंगा after 5 minutes I couldn't sleep early so I didn't complete my sleep give me a call after 10 minutes mama is after you to wake you up and then you will get up late, you will not take your bath, rush to your class, and then you're sleeping in that class. So that it should be the parents also. It is the request to my parents. Please shoulder your or continue to shoulder your responsibility to be in touch with the institution, to be in touch with the faculty, to be in touch with your ward. No doubt, you are biological parents. The faculty is institutional parent. They have also to discharge the duty of a parent. But there has to be a synchronization between biological parents and institutional parents. You many a times what happens, the child is not studying, the child is not performing, parents are not aware at all. And then they say, oh, we had given the child. You have not shed your duty, or you have not passed on your duty. The parents, it's a very important for the parents to know. Now the digitalization is there. How many marks person is securing? How much percentage of attendance one is attending in the classes? Even I don't know about HPA, NUL, but in other institution, many institutions, even daily attendance can be checked by the parents on ERP system. You should do, and the parent must do that. I am told by the Honorable Vice Chancellor, they also have the system. So be in touch. And parents, it is a request that give more independence to the students to adjust to the environment. Yes, the mother's replacement is never ever there anywhere. Whether you go to X school or Y school, sometimes the good food will be there, sometimes bad food will also be there. You have to learn to live with the different types of circumstances. Thank you so much. Yes, there is a question, please.
To your question. Indication on that question. Yeah. See, choice is very clear. When you go to a corporate law firm, you start earning money immediately. Right? But when you choose to be a lawyer, you have to have patience and it will take time. The best thing is that read best of books written by lawyers and judges about their own life. I tell you one book, Roses in December, written by M.C. Chabla. He was from a very good family and he started practice. He had no income initially. And his father, Mr. Chabla, didn't keep him with him. He said, go to your uncle, work hard there. So he writes in that book, the other copy, that for a young lawyer initially, it is all banded and no roses. And then it's all roses and no banded. So it takes time, but in litigation, you are certainly successful at the end of the day. But you have to have patience. Of course, work hard is there. Without work hard, it is not even litigation. Right? So that's clear.
So on the later side, whether that is for by that lighter side. when I joined the profession in the High Court, many editors used to sit in the same hall and few in the bar. I was having a friend, law in friend. So we used to sit in the bigger hall and submit in the small hall. And in the small hall, one advocate used to sit, he was a very senior advocate. He came from a district and there was land acquisition cases which he was doing earlier also in the High Court also. What he was used to do, he was coming in the morning, sitting on the chair, and the clients used to come. He is a daily work. They used to give him a huge money. He used to count the money, put in the pocket. He keep on counting the money, sitting in the pocket, and also that money, 100 rupees or 200 rupees, he used to take out and give to some advocate. ये जो आपने केस कर देना. My friend now who is in the New Zealand, he said that मैंने ये वाली practice करनी है. So those will come after many years. Yes. Those will come.
See, in the life of each one of us, money is very important. Money plays a very important role, but money is not the only goal. The best example, not best in the sense, but one of the examples we can take note of Junjunwala from Bombay. He died at the age of 62, leaving behind 45,000 crores of rupees. The money could not save his life. He earned 45,000 crore or more than that, but he left behind 45,000 crore. But he was suffering from all the ailments because he used to drink very heavily, he used to smoke very heavily, against the doctor advice, whatever it was. Let us not go to the personal life. Please.
Good morning, sir. I am Rakesh Malhotra. I just joined this LLM program. Before joining this program, I had a small stint of as a litigant lawyer for about 7 months. My question is that how do we reconcile the difference? Sometimes when the client comes to us, he shares the story, we take up the case and we start reading the case in this state. And during the proceedings, we find that he is not coming to me with clean hands. So how do I reconcile? There is an inner conscience in me which says that something is wrong. He's not coming to us with clean hands. So my question is, how do we reconcile at that stage? Do I give up the case? Do I continue the case? So
There are very important question. Just sit on it.
Thank you.
Just all the duty of the advocate is to conduct the case as instructed by the client. When I was advocate, I consulted my senior, same person with the same question. I consulted a very senior advocate, was advocate general, Mr. Industry. Very senior. I put the same question to him. Mr. What should I do? If I came to know that my right is not right and I am defending you, how should I proceed? Then what I was told was, I am coming to date, he said that never ask your client what is the truth. And if your client tells you the truth, don't argue his case, give the case to some other advocate. Because then you will not be able to defend. Your conscience will not allow you to defend him. If you know the truth, even in the murder case, if I came to know that my client is murdered, how will I defend him? So never ask your client what is the truth. Only take the instructions and defend him accordingly. So never commit a sin in your life. Just a minute. Very important thing. Never commit a sin in your life. Now you will be practicing. Sin means whatsoever your client tells you, tell the court only those facts. Never add anything, not subtract anything. Because you are representing your client, you are not to commit sin by practicing. Thank you.
Himraj ji,
I request, please confine to
उसी रोल में सबसे लास्ट में जो मैडम the girl.
Good afternoon, sirs. I'm Samaya Palmer, and I have a question for you. So basically, I'm from a defense background, right? My dad is in defense services. I have seen, defense services, but I'm not convinced to join the JAC. Like every time I talk to somebody in the defense services, they always ask me, why are you doing law? I mean, why do you want to, get into criminal law? Join the JAC. Join the JAC branch, but I'm not really convinced about that. So, is joining the JAC branch actually worth having 5 years of rigorous work, and you want to get paid as well as the other legal professions. My question to you is joining the JAG branch of digital services actually worth?
No, it's your choice. What branch you join, you want to join.
So, but like, can you please just can you give me like few?
But it's too early to decide.
Yes, I know that. So could you please give me a few reasons why it might actually work? Like I do not see the point of it.
Just I add a footnote to what Sir said. If you have inclination or interest or donning uniform to join the JAG branch, yes, but there are also stumbling blocks in that. You may have a degree qualified to be eligible to apply, you may or may not qualify the test. But if you have a aim, yes, it is a very good job. A1, you become an officer, but you will be dealing mostly with the army or with the defense forces, whether it is the Navy or only those cases. We do not be dealing with the physical cases. And most of the cases, they are, there is the army manual. So the manual is to be followed, which is not taught in the degree program. But the nuances, sir, what is it? The nuances of law. Like one of the very greatest things is in law, the principles of natural justice. If you have not understood what is the principle of natural justice, on procedural ground, you will get the case set aside on procedural ground. So that your knowledge, your study in the institution will help you in the JAG branch also. Yes, you feel like you have a star on your shoulders with a uniform, peace area posting mostly, doing the court martials. It's a good profession, not bad.
You take 2 more questions.
We will take 2 more questions. So,
A very great afternoon to one and all present here. I'm Chancellor from Karnal, Haryana. So, sir, my question is that I want to pursue my LLM from Ivy Leagues like Harvard, Stanford, Yale, etc. So, as you know, the acceptance rate of Ivy Leagues is literally very less, like 2.5%. So, can you please tell me how to do I study and how to do all the internships so that I can apply and I'll be eligible or be accepted into Ivy Leagues?
You should be very good at research. So all these 5 years to study here, you have to concentrate on research. If you apply abroad, your CV should be of 10 pages containing best of articles published in very good articles. Second, you must be doing community service. In foreign countries, especially Ivy League, especially Harvard and other institutions, they give a lot of importance to the social community service you do here. Ultimately, the admission will depend on your research and community service and your.
But why do you think that in 5 years you will convert HTNLE to Harvard? You can do it.
So, anybody else ask question?
one.
Good afternoon. I'm Rita Mahajan and I'm from Gurdaspur.
Convert this to Harvard. My niece, she was from that university, now she's in the Harvard. Just now she is. Her delivering lectures are 1 year. And at the school. So you can convert this institution into a Harvard and go there as a lecturer. Please.
Sir, since you have guided us to do things on right time, I want to ask you, what's the right time to start prepare for judiciary?
Just now only. Not only on
So, a lot of insights on the question. I would now request registrars the HTNLU Shimla to please deliver the vote of
Thank you, Dr. I wish that this session may go and on, but we have the limitation of time. So, Honorable Chief Justice D.B. Baria, Lok Ayukt, Madhya Pradesh, Professor Ranveer Singh, Honorable Pro Chancellor, IILM University Gurugram, former Vice Chancellor, NLU Delhi and Nalsar, Hyderabad. Professor Paramjit Singh Jaswal, Honorable Vice Chancellor, SRM University, Delhi NCR Sonipat. Former Vice Chancellor, RGNU Patiala and Hidayatullah National University, Raipur. Professor Chancellor Kumar Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor at University Shimla. Newly admitted students for first year, undergraduate, and students of LLM program. Himachal Pradesh National University has admitted students for this batch through class that was held in December 2023. This is our 9th batch for undergraduate program, orientation program, and 8th program for LLM. And we have conducted all our orientation program except year 2018, we could not conduct this program. During these last 9 years, 8 orientation programs that I mentioned, it was conducted by an institution. Today, we are honored and privileged to have Honorable Chief Justice C.B. Barwaja with us as the Chief Guest of this orientation program. Lordship is associated with the university right from the beginning, 2016. University was being established and he was a member of the foundation stone, how to lay down the foundation, where the administration block will come and where other blocks will come. Lordship, thank you very much for spending your valuable time. Thank you. We are honored to have Professor Ranveer Singh, who has presented over this session today. Sir is known for institutional builder of international activity. First established NASA and thereafter National University Delhi, that has achieved its highest achievement in legal field. Thank you, sir, for your motivation and we are highly obliged and thankful to Professor P. Jaswal, eminent legal scholar and great administrator, for sparing your valuable time, sir. Long session with you, looking forward to it. I extend my sincere thanks to our other Vice Chancellor, Professor Chancellor, for his great effort for organizing this program. Thank you, sir. Our thanks are due to all the parents for their faith and confidence they have shown in us. I can assure on behalf of my faculty and non-teaching staff that will provide them best of the legal education, whichever aspect they are taking. My thanks is due to Dr. Santosh, Dean Academic Affairs, and all the members of the Standing Organizing Committee for their support in conducting this program so sincerely. Our thanks are also due to Professor Vijay Shukla, Dean Students Welfare, Associate Dean Students Welfare, Dr. Chandra and Dr. Ved Prakash, all the wardens and supporting staff for making work hard for settling the newly admitted students in this respective course. My thanks are due to Dr. Aarohan, all teaching and non-teaching staff, and for all those who have been associated with the program. And thank you, Ayush. I'm sure the student you have got this orientation today. The legal immunity we have done, this is a lifetime opportunity for you people. And I'm sure that you have taken a lesson from them. And they deserve a standing ovation and big round of applause. Please, big round of applause. Thank you, one and all for your business.
Thank you, sir. There are 2 anecdotes with which we've come to a closure at the national anthem. One is Honorable Chief Guest, sir, just a minute. Honorable Chief Guest, sir, mentioned about thinking, and there is a renowned philosopher named Martin Heidegger, and he says, while he was stressing on thinking, he said that the most thought-provoking thought of this thought-provoking age is that we are still not thinking. So that's why thought is important. And being the anchor of the event today, as we close, it's an ode to all, it's an apology to all. And again, I quote Ramdhari Singh Dinkar. It was, "Kya kah karun prabodh, जीभ कांपती प्राण हिलते हैं, मांगू क्षमादान ऐसे तो शब्द नहीं मिलते हैं. If there's any mistake on my part, it's a sincere apology to the dignitaries, parents, and the students as well. I request all of you to please rise for the national anthem now.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जगति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जपे तव शुभ आशीष मुखे गाहे भज जय जनगण मंगलाय जय जय काल भवाद्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you, sir. I request all the students to have your lunch.
What about